It's time to work out with the word. The Inspiration Station by Tammy presents Working Out with the Word Bible Study. Topic is Faith's Journey, Steps of Trust Towards God's Promises. Don't you know that God has several promises waiting just for you? All right, this week the scriptures where the Bible study is coming from is Genesis 6, 9 through 22, and Hebrews 11 and 7. So are you ready? Let's get started. Let's go. The introduction into this Bible story. See, Noah stands as a beacon of faithfulness amongst a corrupt and sinful world. His obedience to God's command to build an ark and his unwavering trust in God's promises, they serve as timeless examples of faithfulness. So in this study, we will delve into Noah's story, examining his faithfulness, the life lessons we can learn from him, and how we can apply these lessons in our lives on today. Genesis 6, 9 through 10. He was the only truly righteous man living on the earth at that time. So he tried always to conduct his affairs according to God's will. And he had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Genesis 6 and 11. So meanwhile, the crime rate was rising rapidly across the earth, and as seen by God, the world was rotten to the core. Think about that. Think about that. The world was rotten to the core. Genesis 6, 12 through 13. As God observed how bad it was and saw that all mankind was vicious and depraved, he said to Noah, I have decided to destroy all mankind, for the earth is filled with crime because of man. Yes, I will destroy mankind from the earth. That's what God said. He said, I will destroy mankind from the earth. Think about that. So Genesis 6, 14 through 15 states, make a boat from resinous wood, sealing it with tar, and construct decks and stalls throughout the ship. Make it 450 feet long, 75 feet wide, and 45 feet high. See, God was instructing Noah at that time what to do, how to build the boat, what size the boat needed to be, how wide it needed to be, how high it needed to be. That part right there. Genesis 6 and 16. God is continuing to tell Noah how to construct this boat. Construct a skylight all the way around the ship, 18 inches below the roof, make 3 decks inside the boat, a bottom, middle, an upper deck, and put a door in the side. God was continuing to tell Noah just exactly what to do, just like he tells us exactly what to do. The question is, will we do what he say to do, how he say to do it, and when he say to do it? Just a question. Genesis 6:17. Look, I am going to cover the earth with a flood and destroy every living being, everything in which there is the breath of life. All will die. Think about that. This is what God said he was going to do. This is God talking to Noah in Genesis 6:18. But I promise to keep you safe in the ship with your wife and your sons and their wives. That part right there. See, Noah was found to be righteous in the earth out of all the thousands of people that was there. But this is what God said to him, but I promise to keep you safe in the ship with your wife, your sons, and their wives. God is continuing with the instruction to Noah. In Genesis 6:19 through 20, it states, bring a pair of every animal, a male and a female, into the boat with you to keep them alive through the flood. Bring a pair of each kind of bird and animal and reptile. God is continuing. Genesis 6:21 through 22. 21st verse. Store away in the boat all the food that they and you will need. I need for every one of you watching this video to pay attention to this last verse that I'm getting ready to tell you about. Genesis 6:22. And Noah did everything as God commanded him. It didn't say Noah questioned God. It didn't say that Noah said, started making excuses. That's not what the scripture said. The scripture said, and Noah did everything as God commanded him. Hebrews 11:7. So Noah was another who trusted God. When he heard God's warning about the future, Noah believed him, even though at that time, there was then no sign of a flood. And this is what Noah did. He didn't waste any time. This is what the scripture says. He didn't waste any time, and he built the ark and saved his family. Noah's belief in God was in direct contrast to the sin and disbelief of the rest of the world, which refused to obey. See, the rest of the world, they didn't obey, but Noah did. And because of his faith, he became one of those whom God accepted. Talking about Noah. So we're up to the key points of the story. So key point number 1, Noah's faithfulness to God's instructions. See, God instructed Noah to build an ark to prepare for the flood that would cleanse the earth of its corruption. So without question, Noah did not question God. So without question, Noah obeyed, demonstrating his unwavering faith in God's plan and provision. Let me remind you that it had never reign on the earth. That part. Key point number 2. Noah's trust in God's promises. Despite facing ridicule and disbelief from his peers, from everybody else, Noah remained steadfast in his trust that God would fulfill his promise to save him and his family from the impending flood. Key point number 3. God's faithfulness in fulfilling his promise. God is faithful, y'all. God is faithful. Throughout the story of Noah, we see God's faithfulness in preserving those who remain faithful to him. Think about that. Despite the judgment upon the earth, God spared Noah and his family, fulfilling his promise of salvation. The rainbow served as a symbol of God's covenant with Noah and all living creatures, as a reminder of his faithfulness to his promise. We're up to our life lessons. So life lesson number 1, obedience in the face of opposition. Noah's obedience to God's instructions teaches us the importance of obeying God even when it seems impractical or unpopular. It's not going to be popular all the time what God is leading us to do. So see, a lot of times we may feel foolish doing certain things that God told us to do, but as long as we know that God is leading and guiding us, we're going to be okay. We're going to be just fine. Life lesson number 2, trusting in God's promises. See, Noah's unwavering trust in God's promises, it encourages us to have faith in God's faithfulness. Hey, so see, did y'all hear that? To have faith in God's faithfulness, even in the middle of trials and uncertainties. See, in 1 Corinthians 1:9 Amplified Bible, it states, God is faithful. He is reliable, trustworthy, and ever true to his promises. He can be depended upon. Period. The scripture don't say period, but I say period. That means it settles it. God is faithful, period. Life lesson number 3, walking in righteousness. Noah's righteousness sets him apart in a world filled with sin and corruption. His example challenges every one of us to live lives of holiness, integrity regardless of our surroundings. See, it doesn't matter what's going on around us. We got to live holy lives of integrity, no matter what is going on. Think about that. Noah was the only one found righteous in God's eyes out of all the hundreds of thousands of people in the earth at that time. Let that settle in your spirit. Life lesson number 4. Throughout Noah's story, we see that even in the times of judgment, that God provides a way of escape for those who trust in him, offering hope among despair. God is faithful, y'all. God is faithful. We can trust him to do anything and everything that we need for him to do. But we have to remember that it always happened in God's timing and according to his plan and purpose for your life, right? Okay, trivia questions coming up next. I just have a few questions for you. So get ready to type your answers in the comment section, all right? So questions coming up. We're getting ready to test your knowledge because we're working out with the word. In summary, Genesis 6, 9 through 22 just recounts the story of Noah and the great flood. This is what had happened. Noah is described as a righteous man among a corrupt generation. God decides to destroy the earth because of its wickedness, but chooses to spare Noah and his family. That says a lot right there. God instructs Noah to build an ark, providing detailed specifications for its construction. Noah obeys faithfully, gathering pairs of animals to bring onto the ark. As the flood waters rise, Noah and his family, along with the animals, enter the ark, and God seals them inside. The flood waters cover the earth for 40 days and nights, destroying all living creatures not on the ark. Noah and his family remain safe within the ark until the waters recede, and God makes a covenant with Noah, promising to never again destroy the earth with a flood. Alrighty, we're at the end. This concludes the Working Out with the Word Bible study segment, Faith's Journey, Steps of Trust Towards God's Promises, by the Inspiration Station by Tammy. Noah's faithfulness to God serve as a timeless example for believers today. It really, really does. By studying his story, we're challenged to live our lives of obedience, trust, righteousness, knowing that God is faithful to fulfill his promises to those who remain steadfast in him. As we apply these lessons to our lives, may we, like Noah, walk faithfully with God, trusting in his provision and guidance every step of the way. No matter how we feel or how things seem to be, our trust must remain in God. My sisters, my brothers, my peeps, my family, whoever is watching this, be encouraged in the Lord. All right? If you are interested in more Bible study segments like this one, give this video a thumbs up, comment, like, love, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll be providing more Bible study segments like this, as well as devotionals and other inspirational, encouraging topics and videos just to encourage you in the Lord, because that's what I'm all about. I just want you to be encouraged in the Lord, to overcome obstacles, right? Draw closer to God, and just live your best life the way God has intended for you to live. That's what I'm all about. So I just want to share the good news, all right? So take action and purchase my Working Out with the Word Bible Study Series workbook, Stories of Faith. All right. After each chapter, there are fun games like word search, multiple choice, true and false, fill in the blank, that will help you retain the knowledge of what you just read in the Word. So there's also an answer sheet in the back of the book. So take action right now. Click on that link below and purchase the book, all right? You will be glad that you did. And thank you. Again, just quickly, the workbook is available for purchase on the Inspiration Station by Tammy website, or again, you can click the link below. But you can also just go to my website, go to products, and you'll be able to find it that way as well. Again, thank you so much. God bless you. Until next time, love in, love out. peace in, peace out, meaning that the love of God that you have on the inside, spread it to the world on the outside. God's peace that you have on the inside, spread it to the world on the outside, and sprinkle a little joy, a little kindness, a little happiness right along with that. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.